fully expecting CHOU Tien Chen to get into that groove. That's the thing about his playing style, it's all about consistency. Willing to play out the rallies. And Srikanth definitely, based on these opening 2 points, looking to finish them off. That's a good rally. Tien Chen, as I said, settling into this rhythm. Makes him a very hard player to get past. That's just gone wide. So first point on the board for CHOU Tien Chen. That's another great cross by KIDAMBI.
Experience, as it were. You know, they've both been in this situation. Both of them are, it's not they're struggling for form, that's an exaggeration, but they're not quite at the best that they phenomenal. And obviously behind the court he's got his singles, and in the singles category, full stop. You know, they're a real powerhouse, and as you said earlier, India winning, you know, this big surprise a few weeks ago at the ladies team event in Asia.
Well, if you follow that up from last year's, I think it was last year's Thomas Cup win as well, it's that huge army of players that's coming through, which in itself is inspiring more young. How that plays out. Well, that news came out over the last 24 hours.
And this is the exciting thing, though, in India.
That Thomas Cup victory actually was on the cards, because even women's doubles with Panapa and Gutta as well, there's just been a...
Very unique for this level. We're talking about the very, very best in the world. Pretty much every other player has a coach who gives them, you know...
It works, and it's becoming effective, and there's proving results, then that will in that. So I think that it really does, it's what works for you.
No, 100%. It's what works for the player, and I think some players in federations don't obviously have that luxury, because you don't choose your coach. Your coach is chosen, and you have to accept it. And hopefully the federation might have. You know, it's fantastic. We also have players who are in federations and they love it, and there's players that are in federations that are happy with it, but they like to pick their own coach.
And you get that mixing of playing styles as well, obviously, when you have different coaches going to different countries. Oh, this is a great rally. I'm going to say it.
Surprise. And he, you know, Srikanth's been on the scene for a very long time, and he is such a dangerous player.
That's 11 years ago. Means that he was one of those
players do the same, and Srikanth 100% was, you know, one of them quite early on, and even Kashyap behind the court, he was also one.
Talking of Prannoy, and I guess you could say this with the amount of Indian singles players that are actually in the draw, winner of this match is going to face either Lu Guangzhou or HS Prannoy. There's a chance for an all-England, all-Indian second round, which is a shame as a day.
Yeah.
Well, that can only...
It's amazing, really amazing over the last 10 years what's happened in India, and part of that's obviously down to
these trailblazing players.
Yeah, and the coaches, you know, Sir Pallela Gopachan, who...
in this match has really turned on the Jets in these last few points. CHOU Tien Chen with a good drop is currently ahead in that match. I'll keep you updated as major things happen, but KIDAMBI, and I said CHOU has been looking for longer rallies. That's a great shot, face to aim at. For me personally, Chris, I said there are various phases in an athlete's career. Obviously, I love the answer young part when you're 21 years old and you're blowing everyone apart. Past has come through, and in this match, that's exactly what's happening.
I think generally, as players That's funny. With you might get pushed down the pecking order with the country you're in or the federation or whatever, and even things like belief. Do you really believe that you can once again be one of the best in the world? And I think the best example of this is Kim and Anders from Denmark, the men's doubles pair.
Absolutely, they've had a great run.
Absolutely incredible, like a new pair.
What we've seen this morning anyway, but
flying around the court, and I would say it's partly due to Srikanth's kind of not allowed him to look confident and look flowing.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, he looks a bit more mute.
Just looks like at the moment Srikanth's got a little bit more control of the match of what's going on.
Well, he's certainly being a lot more inventive, Srikanth, in terms of creating these rallies, and we're in one right now again, but as you can see, he's using the full width of the court, and then he pops up. So he's always looking for that.
So it's an easy put away for a player of that caliber.
Well, that's well left. Try to get, as you said, Chris, a little bit more inventive. that's things.
I mean, I was quite fortunate. I had a doubles partner to cover me.
Yeah,
so when I was upside down, I just shout for him to cover me. And
season for you, how did that go? Was it easy to qualify for you? Or?
I mean, it's within reason, it's not easy for Kund.
Yeah.
Which he's got Lakshya Sen, who's ranked just above him, and then you can buy Ksatria, and he doesn't slip a little bit down the rankings, because although CHOU is currently ranked 14, he's got to stay top 16, really. And it's these interesting battles that you have kind of internally. And it's even in doubles as well. Obviously, there's a lot less players that...
Well, that's a great insight into how it all works, because really...
Players playing a lot more tournaments than normal just because you have to.
Yeah.
You've got CHOU, who... CHOU and Lin are actually the...
Just to turn up and make it, let alone succeed.
That's exactly it. If you get any injuries, we just had Yamaguchi on before, and Yamaguchi, phenomenal player, no doubt about that, but she got injured, and she...
And engaging. So 7-all here in the second game, and we have been controlling the drift well as well. I said we have identified that the drift right now, what we've seen so far is blowing from the top of your screen down, so CHOU Tien Chen in a good position here, fire into the wind, just like
controlled way. It just releases kind of that energy and relaxes you a little bit.
Settling into the game in every sense of the word. That's going to go. Well, CHOU seemed a little bit shell-shocked from that landing where it did. Now he's trying to shift up, vary the angles. Kidambi too sets himself up.
Great pickup.
Great variation from Kidambi. Winner of that match plays the winner of this match in round 2. Oh,
it says, unfortunately, my...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mandarin's non-existent, so I don't have that ability.
Started speaking Mandarin, no, I just put the headset down, I'd be off. that would be so shocking. Well, another fast-paced rally. That one, is that on the...
Control the drift. Yeah, but at the moment, he's just read it so well that Kidambi's not really been in that much. That's brilliant.
Even that one wasn't that far off. That's good play. Deep serve from Tien Chen. Oh, great return by... That's Lu Guangzhu, and that's Carolina Marin on court 4 up against B1. Oh, Kidambi was all over.
He's just been half a step ahead of CHOU for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's kind of reading it there again. Pops up, followed it up with something delicate at the net. Big lift to the back.
Phenomenal depth as well, the quality on that lift.
He's just setting himself up for another attempt at a winner, but setting himself up so well. Oh, wow. From the hip for CHOU Tien Chen. 1 game down, remember. One is for Kidambi to get to 17-18.
Yeah, the biggest thing is here, CHOU, he's obviously lost the first game, and he's got to stick with his opponent. He's got to keep as close as possible and try and, frustrate him, annoy him.
No. Got the serve back. Oh, took a net tumble. Kidambi going delicate, playing to the backcourt, looking for the winner.
Kidambi to be able to lift over him, but do a good lift.
He's a big lad. Oh, nicely nicked.
And the power, it's enough power to obviously win it. His opponent can't even get on it. You don't want to hit that too hard.
Bit of a flare-up of form from CHOU Tien Chen. But he's got to keep it flat enough and not give Kidambi any kind of opportunities for either a setup or a winner. Oh. And so far, those steps, that's a good opportunity for him. He's in control at this point. Great by Kidambi. Great defense. Oh, he's
Kidambi.
And that's at the start of the week. Imagine if he gets a good run in this week. Kind of control he's going to have at the end of the week. Tien Chen just drawing him in. Oh, that's gone wide. That's what I was talking about.
Speed of this rally's just gone
It's
through the roof.
Oh, late take by Tien Chen.
Great pickup.
Gone wide.
When you put your opponent in trouble, it's hard for them to be able to go over you. When you get them in a lot of trouble, you want to step up.
Kidambi opening up again, using the backcourt now. Oh, that's probably the latest take I've ever seen in badminton. Oh, that's great from Kidambi. Oh, he nips it over. Here we go.
That's what I mean, like.
Oh.
Well, well, well. To say the least. Oh, nice return by CHOU. Was an epic second game for CHOU Tien Chen, it has to be said. And he left it late, remember. And that applause you can hear in the background is for Lu Guangzhou, who's now going to be the opponent. And to win it, he's going to need to step up a little bit and overcome that 11-5, would make that 12.
Brilliant app. This is the thing, since we had that big break.
Yeah.
One-way traffic for Kidambi.
It's looking a lot more like the first game. With Kidambi basically asking all the cats speak for themselves. Yeah,
player.
I do think that since the mid-game interval in the third, he's calmed himself down a bit more. But I think in the initial...
But he's just enough that he can... We saw unbelievable shot selection. We saw
Yeah.
a few rallies ago where he almost held it.
Of course, you wouldn't want to do that.
That's the thing. You don't want to let a player of CHOU's level and experience back in.
So Kidambi patiently setting up court. He had to dig deep. Yeah, it would have been much, much closer. You're right. Well, that's a huge cross court. And the... Yeah, having that massive lead. Well, he's got Tien Chen running. He's set himself up. Oh. So I'm saying he's going to need 2, max. And